Garoppolo fires. It is caught. Still on his feet is Kittle with a big play and the stiff arm. George Kittle. Flags fly. He's down to the 30. What a run by George.
Is Kittle really coming back first of the game? Seriously? High ankle, Achilles injury, and he's going to come back the first week. I don't know. I want to be hopeful, but it seems like that's kind of a stretch. Everybody's happy about that, and there are some rumors with John Lynch now talking about it. The whole media is going frenzy that he's going to come back week one. It's a good possibility. He's been doing some rehab that with the blood flow and all of that technical stuff, that's going to help him heal better and faster. But regardless of that, I still believe we do need some backup players that can actually be just as good, if not better, younger, faster, stronger. Because you never know. With Tonjes, he was serviceable. We talked about him last time. And Luke Farrell, that it's kind of a blocker. He's not your typical receiver guy. So we need speed and serviceable, fast players that could actually create that separation from defense and create that scare into the defensive teams so that the coaches can scheme around them. We need that type of a player. Kittle was certainly like that. I'm not sure, even if he comes back week one, he's going to be his old Kittle. He's around 30 years old, 30, 31 years old. He's getting up there in age. And with this serious Achilles injuries, I don't know if he's going to come back and pick up where he left off. Other than that, there are other areas like still left guard is a huge question. And we still have room for growth and room for more potential players coming in and actually contributing and becoming making the offensive line stronger. And with wide receivers, that's another area that I think the more that I'm thinking about the type of players that we have signed in free agency, that Kyle most likely is leaning toward that home run type of a wide receiver. That could be the line of thinking, knowing Kyle. And with John Lynch, I think there might be some, because he's from a defensive background and Kyle is from the offensive background, they might be kind of debating on should we go for an edge. And with Bryce Huff being retired, and we need someone on the left side to come in and really pick up the slack. Even with Michael Williams coming back, there's some consensus that he might be ready week one. There are talks, chatter. If he comes back, it's the same thing. How fast they can pick up and go and how effective they can be. But we still need that pass rush. I cannot emphasize this enough. It makes the entire defense better. I believe that in the first and even the second round, we need to shore up the pass rush. Because once you do that, it literally changes the entire game. If you can get the other offensive team out of the play, out of the field on first, second, third down, it gives your offense, as maybe even it's not as functioning at its 100%, but it gives it more opportunity to have the ball and control the clock, and do more damage. But shoring up the edge and pass rush is a huge, huge must. With that, I still think in the offensive side, George Kittle It's going to be a shock if he comes back week 1. I would not recommend it. I think they're hoping for that, but he needs to take it easy because we've seen what happens with players that come back too quick and they get re-injured, maybe another knee, maybe another, and he's getting older and he's been dealing with a lot of minor injuries here and there, hamstring and whatnot. So, and they're not getting younger. So we'll gauge that and we'll come back to that, and hopefully we can look into the draft. I have a couple of players in the draft that could actually come in and sort of contribute and pick up the slack for George Kittle. There are options out there, and we'll still need to find out what's going to happen to Mac Jones. And with the deal that's supposedly being cooked with Trent Williams and the team, they're giving some signals that it's going to be hashed out, and Trent most likely is going to come back, and it's going to help our line for how much longer? Maybe this year, and maybe following year might be his last, because we do need someone to replace him, and there are players in the draft that could actually come in and do that. So we need that this year to learn from Trent. And again, we need those tight end to come in and learn from Kittle and pick up the slack and make the team better. Thank you again. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And we'll come back to you. I will come back to you with the more breakdown on wide receivers and linebackers and other addition. Thank you, and we'll see you soon.